Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to A Night to Remember, celebrating 15 years of serving the homeless and the hungry in Nashville. The Bridge Ministry exists to alleviate the suffering of underprivileged children, the homeless, and the working poor by providing life-sustaining resources and a message of hope. Please focus your attention to the screens as we see how it all began.
I grew up in a gospel music family, and we traveled and sang all across the country and around the world. And if there were any fruit to our ministry, I was never able to see the fruit materialize because we were on to the next city. In the early 2000s, I suffered from a depression, a very, very dark place in my life, and I went to a doctor who wanted to medicate me and institutionalize me. I decided for me that I would go a different direction. I felt that God was leading me to a different place in my life, and I wanted to find the source of my pain. About that time, I met a man who was laying tile in a home that was being built for a friend of mine. While I was there, he said, "Wow, you really look like you could use a pick-me-up." I said, "Yes, sir, I could." He said, "Well, I serve the homeless under the bridge." He said, "Can you cook?" About that time, I think I was so frail and thin that he thought I wasn't able to cook. I said, "Yes, sir, I can cook. I was raised in Louisiana, and I can make jambalaya for a big crowd or a small crowd." So he said, "Make your jambalaya and meet me underneath the Jefferson Street Bridge next Tuesday night." And I did. I went down to the Jefferson Street Bridge, this very bridge. And I met gracious, broken people who were so thankful for anything we could do for them. You see, I realized my needs, my problems, were more about my thinking and what was in my mind. Like, had I been successful enough? Or had I had enough awards? Had I had enough accolades in my life? Their needs were this: if someone doesn't help me eat today, I'm going to be eating out of a dumpster. If it rains tonight, I'll sleep wet. Those are real needs. I got excited about reaching out to people in a tangible way and helping them and meeting their needs. So I went home. The next morning I got up and I went shopping. I shopped for peanut butter, bread, breakfast cereal, Pop-Tarts, anything that I could think of that had a shelf life that would last them until I got back under the bridge the following Tuesday night. A few months later, my husband made an observation. He said, "Do you realize you're not depressed anymore?" I thought, wow, I haven't even had time to realize that. One time I read a doctor's report that says when you do acts of kindness for others who can't reciprocate, there's an endorphin that's released inside your body called oxytocin. He likened it to a drug high or a cocaine high, which I've never done any of that, but I found myself high on helping those in need. I got high on giving to others, and I literally gave my way out of the darkest place in my life. I gave my way out of depression. I could have never imagined 15 years ago where that one little pot of jambalaya began and what it would become today, and all the opportunities we now have to serve thousands of people each and every week. Serving the homeless and the poor is the greatest honor I have ever been bestowed. And now that I've been under the bridge Tuesday after Tuesday since 2004, I'm able to see the fruit of the ministry. I'm able to see the fruits of our labor, and for that, I am so grateful. Thank you for partnering with me to make it all possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Bridge founder and CEO, Candy Christmas.